Hey, it looks like it may not be a hot girl summer after all. Megan the Stallion, or Meg the Stallion, I should say, has been denied the trademark for hot girl summer. Now we're going to go through it all today. You guys are in the right spot. For those of you who don't know, I am Dave, a 10-year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trade secrets, as well as trademarks. And I'm going to pull the marks up here in a second, and we're going to go through them. And like I said, you guys are going to get a little bit of information. This is going to be a class, so get your notepad, your paper out, your notepads, your pens, and we're going to show you why her trademark got denied and what she can do about it. So let me pull up this kind of website here. So this is the test database. So if you go to Google and type in TESS test, first link would be the United States Patent and Trademark Office test database where all the trademarks are held, which you can search and kind of see what's available, what's not available. And kind of we're going to go through this here thing. So you see Hot Girl Summer is the mark. So, and what a lot of people don't know is it can be a number of the same trademarks. So for example, you got Hot Girl Summer that's owned by Let's Make, or the trademark application is still pending. It's not registered, but it's owned by Let's Make This Last Forever, LLC. Seems like this is a Delaware company. And this is for essentially oils and vaporizer, smokers, so forth and so on. Then you have this one on the right here. That's for energy drinks by the same company, Hot Girl Summer. Again, it seems like the trademark application is still pending. If you go down here, this is Meg the Stallion trademarked. And this is interesting because these two are Hot Girl Summer. One of them is for fragrances, sprays, etc. And the other one's for clothing, shirts, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts. And they're both actually owned, or the trademark applications are both owned by Meg the Stallion. But one is a Delaware company. The company to the right is a Delaware company. And the trademark, or the company to the left is a New York company. So they are both owned by Meg the Stallion. But it's interesting why she chose a Delaware company for one and a New York company for the other. But again, that's what you can do. You can have trademarks in multiple company names. If you go down here, these are also Meg the Stallion marks that she has registered. So you see both, again, similar to the Delaware company here, upper right. These two registered marks are owned by the Delaware company that is owned by Meg the Stallion. And this one to the left is for musical sound recordings, audio visual recordings, so forth and so on. Whereas the right is for entertainment in the nature of live performances by a musician, whatever the case may be. So she actually has trademarks. Let me see if I can pull it up here. She actually has two trademarks that are registered, one for clothing and one for musical sound recording, so forth and so on. So like I said, you can have, you have to let the USPTO know what classes you are trying to register the trademark in. There's no, okay, I'm gonna file this trademark application to get it registered for everything under the sun. It doesn't work like that. You have to let the USPTO or the United States Patent and Trademark Office know what class you're trying to protect the marks in. So it seems like early on for the registered marks, one was in an entertainment class, which is 41. The other one was musical sound recordings, which is class 9. And she got those registered. Seems like she maybe tried to at some point double back and register the same term, Hot Girl Summer, in different classes or additional classes. One of those being clothing, which is still pending. That doesn't appear to have been decided yet by the examiner at the USPTO. And the other class is fragrances, sprays. Let's see what else here. Fragrances, sprays, makeup, as well as oil burners. And that trademark has been denied. So the clothing one is still pending. She obviously got it on entertainment and musical sound recordings, but the one that was denied was for fragrance sprays. And we're going to pull up an office action, kind of go through that really quickly. And please hit that like button if you're learning something, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Again, man, I'm trying to give you guys this game as it relates to IP because this stuff is valuable. Hey, Meg the Stallion is not trademarking this stuff for no reason. So let me see if I can kind of blow it up here. I may not be able to do it. Okay, here we go. So these 3 marks is what is preventing Meg the Stallion from getting a trademark on Hot Girl Summer for fragrances, for makeup, etc. One of the marks is Hot Girl Spray Tans. The other one is Hot Girls. And the last one is Hot Girl Lashes, a gal. I'm not sure how you pronounce it with the GYAL, but one is Hot Girl Spray Tans, the other is Hot Girls, and the other one is essentially Hot Girl Lashes. Those are the three marks that the United States Patent and Trademark Office is citing against Meg the Stallion's trademark application of Hot Girl Summer for cosmetics and makeups. And I will tell you that she probably is not going to be able to get these things allowed. I don't think she's going to. You can argue the rejection, but just kind of what I know doing this for 10 years, I don't think she's going to win her argument. Again, what the USPTO is doing is saying, okay, Hot Girl Summer. So these ones, like I said, one is Hot Girl, one is Hot Girl Lashes, one is Hot Girl Spray Tans. And so, for example, let's just take the Hot Girls. Meg the Stallion is adding summer to her Hot Girl Summer. But okay, is that summer mark? Is that something, the word summer that's being added to Hot Girls, which are already registered for makeup and shampoo and things like that? Is that enough to get it over the hump? It's not enough. If it's a descriptive term like that, or if it's like a common term, a generic term like summer or whatever the case may be, that's probably not going to carry the day. If it was a little bit more of a unique or a distinctive term, that may carry the day. But summer, Hot Girl, which is already registered, and her throwing summer on it is probably not going to carry the day. Again, Hot Girl Spray Tans and Hot Girl Lashes, the examiner thought was another two marks that was also in conflict with Megan Thee Stallion's trademark application, Hot Girl, for shampoo, makeup, and I forget the oils or whatever the case may be. So again, she does have two registered trademarks for Hot Girls already, and she's the third one, clothing. She most likely is going to be able to get that one. I don't see anything that's in conflict, or at least kind of based on this application. However, the Hot Girl Summer for shampoo, for makeup, as well as oils, she has been rejected by the USPTO on that one. So, yeah, maybe you call up the owners and say, hey, let's try to work something out. That's another thing, and I'm not going to give up that game. You guys have to kind of go through the videos and maybe subscribe to the Patreon for that. But it is a way that you can still register the marks, even though the USPTO is rejecting a mark. And like I said, I'm not going to give that additional game here because that is next level game. So definitely go check out the Patreon for that. However, hopefully you guys got something out of it. Again, shouts out to Megan for protecting the intellectual property, regardless of how you feel about Meg the Stallion. Shout out to her for protecting her intellectual property. Like I said, she probably does not get this Hot Girl Summer mark for fragrances and makeups unless she actually kind of does something which is going to require these companies that own these three marks that I just showed you guys to kind of essentially sign off on it. But, you know, to the extent that that doesn't happen, then she's probably SOL for the Hot Girl Summer marks in that particular class of oils, shampoo, makeup, as well as, what was the other one? What was the other one? The last class, fragrances. So it looked like it won't be any Hot Girl Summer fragrance or beauty shampoo or whatever the case may be, much like Rihanna with Fenty. But that's okay. She still has registered trademarks in that music category, and she maybe is able to register it for the clothing category. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. You guys got something out of it. Hopefully you guys just didn't have the paper out for nothing, but you took notes on this one. Definitely check out the Patreon for some additional content as it relates to intellectual property. And yeah, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.